Hi ladies. So today's video, I'm going to ask you a question. Are you feeling like you're getting older and so your standards are going down in the men that you're dating? In other words, are you lowering your standards because you're getting older and you feel like you can't have the same standards that you used to have when you were younger? If you feel like this is happening to you, I'm going to tell you about me. Attract Authentic Love. I'm Julia Keller. I wrote this book, which by the way you can read to help you up your standards once again. And I also developed the Attract Authentic Love program on my website, juliakeller.co.uk. So one of the things that happens as we get older sometimes is that we feel like, okay, we're starting to lose our power. Because a lot of the power that comes with women is our youth, our beauty. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, everywhere out there in the media, it's all about women with youth and beauty and men who have lots of money. And it's like you see the combination constantly. Men with money, women with youth and beauty. And so we start to kind of feel, okay, we're getting older, so we can't be as picky. And everybody tells us this. My parents, your parents tell you that, your siblings tell you that. Oh, you can't be as picky. Lower your standards, lower your standards. Your friends tell you that. Lower your standards, you're getting older, you're getting older. So today, actually, I have a guest here, my good friend KK.
Hello.
And KK has been a guest many times in my videos because I just love having her, and I'm a guest with her videos. So yeah, we always have really fun conversations.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and KK happens to be, I don't know, do you tell your age?
Yeah, I do tell my age. I'm 51 years old.
Woohoo!
And I guess I fit in that category of...
Yeah.
Guess. Oh, well. I fit in that category.
You know, looks amazing.
Older.
She does not look 51, by the way.
Thank you very much. You'll be following my anti-aging blog
Yeah.
very soon. But really, I love the topic because I've definitely been faced with that, you know, really in my 40s, and then, you know, the questions, the statements start coming, you know, you should settle for him because you're not going to find anybody who's going to want to be with you after a certain age. Mm-hmm. And I found myself actually lowering my standards.
Yeah.
I really did. And, you know, I mean, you're my friend, but at the same time, you have really just been such a great help in, you know, keeping me aware of who I am and what I have to offer.
She's, by the way, in the online program as well. Yeah. You see a session with her.
Yeah. And so for me, I've definitely been affected by it.
Yeah.
And it's a challenge. It's a challenge, you know, when I'm dating someone and then I'm sitting having dinner with him and then he tells me, maybe I ask about his previous dates or whatever, and he tells me that he was dating someone that was 28 and he's 60, and you know, I can't help but sometimes feel a little bit like, whoa, you know, so what does he see me as?
Yeah, I mean, you do get it all the time, and I tend to go out with older men, and you do get, I mean, you know, men, like, unfortunately, as a woman, we have this thing that society has been telling us, but it's not new. It's not like, you know, Cosmo ruined it for us because there's beautiful girls on the cover. It's not. We cannot blame the magazines. It is in society for hundreds and thousands of years. You know, you have had men who are in their 50s marrying women who are, you know, women. I mean, we can't even call them women. Girls who are 16. You know, and they were just given away because these would be wealthy landowners, and, you know, these young girls were, you know, their mother's ability to marry up and like to get more land for the family. So it's been going on forever. And in fact, I have to say, from a research of history point of view, if you just look at history, it's actually not getting worse, ladies. It's actually getting better. So I'm here to tell you that you don't have to lower your standards. Now, you have to be realistic. So there's this little balance, you know. I'm not saying like you get to be 50, 60, you can demand to me, you know, to have whatever you want. You can't. The reality of it is, as women, the first thing that men see is what we look like.
Yeah.
So there's a lot we can do with that. And I don't, you know, it doesn't matter if you're 50, if you're 60, if you're 40, if you're 39, if you're 20, whatever it is. Yeah. You want the package to be the best that you can be. And you want to do everything so the package is the best that you can be. And not only, by the way, for your standards, but also for your health, because we know that the reason your skin looks better, the reason, you know, your figure looks better, the reason things look better, and the reason that we're judged by the way we look is because we are more healthy when we look better. Yeah. And this is not a 100%, you know, Cindy Crawford is more healthy, then
Like Halle Berry.
yeah, you know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
it's not like that kind of, there are people who have genetically more gifted and people who are genetically less gifted, but everybody can do something about it.
You know, what I found is that what is really nice is that I'm dating, and it's still in that same, what you're saying is the men are saying to me, oh my God, you look so good. Oh my God, you look so good. And I'm thinking, heck yeah, it's these days more creams on my face. And, like I was saying, I'm doing a like this squat challenge, do 100 squats a day. And I'm loving my butt, but it's like, to be honest, I'm doing it obviously for me because as a single woman and I'm dating, I do want to feel good because I do know that my counterparts are 31, 35, 38 years old. And that's a big age gap. And I want to feel amazing when I walk in the room, when I put on a dress or when I'm in a pair of jeans, my butt isn't sagging, I can still wear a pair of high heels and, and as a result of that, I feel like my standards remain high. Yeah. And it's not, it's like not, I don't want to say unrealistic standards. I think standards should be your standards. Yeah. You know what I mean? Exactly. And I think, I'll meet the right guy. I mean, luckily I'm still dating. Yeah. The guys are still asking me out. Yeah. But it is something that is, it's a shame, but at the same time, I think we just can't lower our standards. Yes, it is more difficult. It is a little bit more challenging only because when you're 25, let's be honest, you could date someone who's 35, 45, 55 if you want to. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can. Yeah. When you're 35, then it's like, you could date a younger man if you want to, but it's less usual, let's say. You got 45, 55, you keep going up. At some point when you're 55, you've got yes, you can go to younger men. I like them 10 years older. It makes me feel young. Yeah. Actually, I did date someone very briefly because I hadn't done it before. I dated someone that was 20 years younger than me. And he was so into her. He was really into me, but I wasn't. Yeah, you didn't feel it. No. Because he just wasn't your brain level. Yeah. And that was for me the thing. But had he been on that same intellectual level, maybe I would have continued to date him. So I want to tell you actually a few benefits of being single and older. So now the first benefit, which I want to know. You said it. You hit the nose on the head because, and I can see it. I've seen it so much. Women who are single and older and actually care. They're still, the sexuality's still there. The things are still moving. They're not single and older and like, I'm gonna have my kid and my cats and I'm kind of done with men kind of women. They're the single and older that are like, I'm still a sexy woman. I still want to, meet some wonderful men. Absolutely. They look after themselves so much better, and they are much more healthy. I just went recently to an event, and there were a lot of couples that were married together for years. And their husbands, who were probably around the same age as the woman, and one of the things that happens is women actually age a bit faster than men. We have to do more work to slow down the way we look aging-wise. Yeah. Their husbands were looking around at the the younger women out there. Because there were like the older couples, and then there were the younger single people there because, so those wives, and the problem is those wives have spent 20, 30 years with their husband. They're not so much investing in the way they look as much as single women who are on their own do. And women, I think women have to just change that because I see it all the time. I'm hit on by men who are married, who are 50s, 60s. They're married. They've been with the same woman for years, and all they keep doing is saying, "Oh my God, you look so good. You look amazing. You're trendy. You're stylish. What have you?" And it's like I just want to say to women, you've got to wake up even when you're married. Yeah, just feel good. Awake. Be awake. Yeah, because who wants to be the old lady sitting with the cats? Yeah, but I have 2 cats and my daughters, but I'm sitting with the cats and I'm looking cute. Yeah, exactly. There you go, totally. Yeah, and I have to say, when I was married, my husband, I would spend a lot of time on my beauty still, looking after my health, like looking after my skin and stuff like that, and I would wear creams to bed, and my husband would be like, who are you doing, who are you putting on that, who are you doing that for? Who are you dressing up for? Who are you putting creams on for? I'm like, I'm doing it for me. Right. Because you know what? I don't know how long you're going to last, but I'm going to last for a long time. And you never know where a relationship goes. I mean, the thing is, you see so many relationships
where they break up when like the kids go to university,
Yeah.
or the kids get married and all of a sudden they're getting divorced, and this woman, this poor woman, you know, is now, she hasn't worked for 20 years,
Right.
you know, so she doesn't have anything. She's
No
living
conversation.
on his, she's living on his money, and she hasn't looked after herself because
Yeah.
she thought she was done.
Yeah.
She thought she was set.
And there's
So-
no conversation. I
Right.
think that must be said as well. I keep myself young at 51 years old because I'm up on technology.
Yep.
I can sit and have a conversation on digital technology, on cryptocurrency, and have a thorough understanding. Always willing to learn more, but have that thorough understanding. Be able to engage, you know, with my daughter and her friends. They who think I'm cool, which is nice, you know.
Yeah,
she
you
just
can be
thinks
more
I'm mom.
cool as a single
Exactly.
mom.
You know, and I think we have to
Yeah.
just, as women, you know, and especially now that women, especially particularly in this country and abroad, but you know, we're rising up. Equal pay is going to happen. It's, you know, Theresa May is making it, everything happen.
Hey, no politics in this video. This is about
I'm
getting
just saying,
older.
right?
Standards, yeah.
Keep the standards high,
Yeah.
but we got to keep ourselves looking amazing.
Right.
In the interim.
Right,
In
but
the-
then, okay, so then now the next bit, about the standards. So here's the way the standards, okay, so I have to say it is a balance, okay? You do have to balance what is possible with your standards, okay? So what is possible is never the lowest case scenario, by the way. You are always so much more possible than what everybody else tells you are, because you have that just little bit more. And I don't know about you, but I mean, I can see when I date people, a lot of what they think of me is what I bring to the plate, what I bring there. So if I tell them I'm amazing, they will think I'm amazing. If I'm not needy, if I basically give loads of space and I'm busy, I'm doing things, I'm busy. I have stuff going on. You know, I have a lot of men complaining to me that they've dated women who are needy. And those
Right.
women might be good-looking girls. They might be younger than me. You know, that some of them might be better looking. But the point is that they bring with it the neediness. And so they're like, oh, I need this, I need this, I need this. And so they're always there. They're always on the phone. And they're always willing to sacrifice everything to see him. I don't have neediness because I'm busy.
Fulfilled.
I'm busy. I have loads of stuff going on. I just don't have time to be needy, to be honest. I don't have time to answer every text message immediately. Now, yes, realistically, you might be dating men who are... You might have less men because as you're older, the men, you know, if you want to date men older than you, obviously as you get older, there are fewer of them.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
To me, that's
There are
the-
fewer men.
that is, for me, that is the challenge, Julia.
Yes.
It's like, how do
I know.
and my thing is I'm off like the Tinder and everything like that. And
Yeah.
it's like, how do I then
Meet someone.
meet someone?
Yes.
You know?
Completely. And like the whole, meeting someone. So
That's
you
why
have to be,
I want to have that meeting
right.
with
you
you.
have to be, yeah, you have to be more
'Cause that's my big-
clever.
yeah.
You have to be more clever about how you meet someone.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you that the best people I've ever met, I've met through finding my niche. Is one. So you find like this is where I'm interested in. This is the niche. This is like, are you, for example, I have a client. She literally hadn't been with any boyfriend. She was actually quite young. She was actually like 24, 25 when she was probably one of my younger clients. 24. And she was desperate to get married because her sister was just getting married who was younger than her. No, she was 26. Sorry, she was 26 and her sister was just getting married. Her sister was 24. And so she was like, I have to keep up with my sister. She was really upset because the sister was actually marrying a guy that she really liked. But this girl's niche was church. She was a very, very strict Christian, and she was really like no sex before marriage kind of Christian.
Okay.
Which I think is tough, but she stuck to it, and she was like, this is really important to me. This is what I want. And so I was like, we didn't even have that many sessions, because I said to her, as soon as I said to her, you have to just trust your niche. So you want a guy who's Christian. Like, why do you have to be stuck with just your one church? Why can't you experience, look at all these other churches around, which also are the same kind of Christianity that you believe in. Why don't you go and have a look? And in fact, she met someone. She went to a different church. She went with a friend of hers. They went together because she needed, hand-holding. So they went together to this other church, and they both met someone. And she wrote me, like, several months later saying she met someone. And that's the thing. That was her niche. She really wanted to be...
Right, so that's good advice.
Yeah, so
like
you
I started,
find...
like I really enjoyed playing golf, and I was taken to the golf range after
There we
lunch
go.
the other day. And it was just so much fun just to be back out there
Yeah.
on the range. And
I mean, that's a
things
great
like
place
that.
to meet men.
Yeah.
The thing is, you find your niche. I mean, that one thing is find your niche. The other thing is friends. Use your friends.
Right.
If anybody invites you to anything, any party, it's the best place to meet people.
Okay.
The amount of times I get people that say, I met this guy at a party. I mean,
Right.
recently I was at a wedding. Where do they meet? At a party. Go to
Okay.
things with your friends. If they're inviting you to a quiz show and you hate quiz shows, go.
Okay.
Okay?
That's a good
If
idea.
your friends are inviting you out for drinks and you don't like drinking, go.
Right.
Go. Use your friends. You might not meet, this amazing guy, but you might. Or your friends, you might meet a guy who knows a guy. Okay? So, use your friends, find your niche, keep your standards, but be realistic. Those are the 3 tips for today. Do you have anything else to add?
Can we just talk a little bit about
Yeah.
that realistic?
Okay.
Let's go into that.
Okay.
Because at 51, what is realistic? It's like for me, single woman, I have my child, I run the household, I would love a partner in my life.
Yeah, that's realistic.
It's someone that's there who does better than me,
Yeah.
who has his shit together, if I can say that.
Yeah.
He has his stuff together. I found it really, it's a bit challenging because the type of men that I like, they're the guys who play golf, they're the guys that go sailing, they're the guys that do more expensive things. But generally they've been through a divorce.
Yeah, but that's...
And
So have you.
I know, but men seem to be different. I'm not joking. I think men, the guys seem to be a bit more, quite often, gun shy. Like they're not sure they want to do that again.
Right. So that's probably one of these be realistic kind of things.
Okay.
Which,
So what is?
does it...
So do you keep dating that person even though
But
that's
does
dropping your standards?
Is it very
because I
important?
still want
So
some.
this is where you have to ask yourself the question, what is really important to me?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a huge believer in marriage.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like at the moment, the way my circumstances are, I would only... marriage is the only real long-term end for me.
Yeah.
But if my circumstances were different, and I was 20 years older, I don't think I don't think marriage would be the be and end all. I mean, for me right now, I won't move me and my kids in with some man
Yeah.
without it being marriage.
Well, that's the same.
It's just not going to happen.
Even though I'm older than you, that's still the same place for me because my daughter's a teenager. She's only just 14 last week. So for me, it has to be that next level.
But for me, what do you lose? If you do move in, what do you lose?
What do I lose?
Yeah. What do you gain? This is where you have to weigh. What do you lose? And what do you gain?
I lose the discount on the school fees over the next 4
If you
years.
move in with him.
If we were, yeah.
How come?
Because then they reassess because they look at his and my income.
They can't look at his.
Yes.
He's not.
It doesn't matter. That's the deal.
Okay, well then that's a loss.
So for me, it's like, So that's a big one for me. So
You have
like
to
I
make
got
sure
4
about-
years.
You have to make sure about that.
I'm 100% sure. That's on paper.
Okay.
I'm 100% sure. So I mean, I know, and so in my head, I'm
So
like,
then when
well,
you if
so
you
it's
did
4
move
years.
into him, so if you did move in with him, so this is where, what does marriage actually mean to you?
Right.
So this is like if you did move in with him, then you'd say to him, look,
Mhm.
if we're moving in together, I'm expecting you to look after me.
Yeah.
I mean, not in those words, obviously. You
Okay.
say it much,
Don't say it like that.
It's nice,
Bye.
But let's say he is gun shy. He's gun shy because he doesn't want to put his name somewhere. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can be gun shy, but okay, but when we move in, what does this mean to you? Like,
Yeah.
does that mean just like moving in and you're just getting free sex every day?
Right.
Or does it mean like we're moving to the next level of our relationship where you look after me, you protect and provide for me as your woman?
Right.
And even though you're not ready to walk down the aisle, you are still ready to look after somebody.
Right. Okay.
So what's your standard? So that becomes your standard.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you need the marriage,
Yeah.
but you do need someone to expect to protect and provide.
Yeah.
Different.
And it's so funny because as you get older, you do. It sounds so bad, but like I have my routine. Like in the evening, I have my hair routine, my natural hair routine. It's like it's got to be pinned up a certain way. I've got to have my satin pillow case because it pulls it out. It's like I'm thinking to myself, do I need that? Like,
Yeah.
and maybe he has his routine, and do I need that? And I don't think I need that, but I do still want that man to be my partner.
Yeah, but you
know,
can have
that
a situation
protective
where you
provide,
live.
and he's just got my back, because that's the part, because I'm not 65 or 70 and
Yeah.
retired. So I had somebody pick me up for lunch, and he was just, the second time I saw him, it was just like, he's, 12 years older than me. And it was like he just came alive, because he'd met me, and it's like, oh, wow,
Yeah.
he came, he looked really great. And, but I don't know his morning routine or his bathroom routine, you know what I
Exactly.
mean? And I think that's kind of nice. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
it makes me kind of like really sexually attracted to you,
Yeah,
and
and
vice
can go on
versa.
you can go on holidays together.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you get to know each other. And
that's
then
so
if he
cool.
wants more time, he needs to then
Yeah.
provide in a better way or whatever.
Yeah.
Men have to deserve more time. So that whole thing of like, you have to deserve me, you just have to deserve to sleep with me, that's a standard. You have to deserve to, spend time with me, you have to deserve to keep seeing you. Those are all standards, and those are standards that you can keep high.
Right. Okay.
And you also have to be, like, I'm sorry, but if you're an educated woman, you're not going to go out with some guy that isn't at the level brain-wise, because you will be bored, it won't be interesting.
like a 30-year-old. But
Yeah.
he's actually found a girlfriend. He's like 35.
did?
Yes, I'm so happy for him. I am, because he
After all
was.
his injuries and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Rugby player. His all his
Anyway.
injuries.
Anyway.